What's up YouTube? I'm back with another video, and a few videos ago I talked about how Suicide Squad Killer Justice League players are down, the player count is down, and the game is basically dying, right? And so today I woke up and apparently WB, Warner Bros. Discovery earnings call happened, and they came out and admit that it has fallen short of their expectations, basically meaning this game was a flop, alright? And so IGN made an article about it, and we're just gonna go through that and also talk about the things that came up. But before we get into that, if you get the like button, subscribe, and share, I'm trying to hit 1,000 subs by the end of the year. That'll mean a lot. Thank you. Now, as we go through the IGN interview, they basically said that the Warner Brothers Discovery chief financial officer admitted Rocksteady's game hadn't done the business the company had hoped for since going on sale February 2nd, priced at $7, saying that it had fallen short of our expectations. And so this article goes on to say like the problems with the game and the reason why it fell short. And the one thing that surprised me about this was they were comparing this to Hogwarts Legacy, and that game went crazy. It was one of the highest grossing games of last year, and it even succeeded their expectations by 256% when it released. And so how were you expecting a Suicide Squad live service game to even reach that? The reason why the Harry Potter game was so successful was it was a popular franchise, and people have been waiting, clamoring for a RPG in the Hogwarts universe where you could be a wizard or witch and you're traveling around and you're interacting with your favorite place in the franchise. And this was a need that people wanted, that people have been begging for years, and they finally got it. So people went out in droves and bought it. I even bought it. I wasn't even a Harry Potter fan at the time. Like, I binge watched the movies recently, but when I bought this game, I was like, oh, this is cool, because I wanted an action RPG. It was nice, and, you know, Harry Potter looked it cool, you know what I mean? If you were expecting a live action Suicide Squad game to reach this amount, you're just delusional. Like, why would you at any point believe that that game will reach the heights of this game? Even at the bare minimum, people are like, oh my god, it's a DC property, I must buy it. The premise of this DC property is to kill your favorite characters. Why would anyone be like, yeah, I really enjoy playing this game? Like, even putting the gameplay aside, if the gameplay was fun, the story drags it down to the point where it's hard to replay. It's kind of like if they made, work with me here, this example, but let's say The Last of Us Part 2, right? Let's say they wanted to make it a live service game where you're playing as, you know, Ellie or Abby, and you're traveling through the world fighting and stuff like that, but you have the exact same story. The story and the perception of the game is not going to have as many people coming back replaying the game as much as they did, if that makes sense. Now, they did drop a DLC where it's like roguelike and stuff like that, but that's a completely separate thing. The model that they had on its own, like, even if it, like, you know, people do come back, it's not to the degree of Hogwarts Legacy. Like, why would you even set yourself up for failure? It's like me saying, hey, I know you're doing a short film, but I'm gonna compare it to last year's Oscar winner. It's like, why would you do that? There's no way to reach that expectation. And you know what sucks about all this is they're not going to reach the roadmap that they put out where it's like, oh, we're going to have 13 plus Brainiacs, we're going to have all these different seasons with these different characters, and it's going to be like a 2-year plan. This game is not lasting a year, okay? Warner Brothers is already bleeding money dry, okay, and not being profitable. There's no way to put more funds into this game that's already dying to the few people, and it's sad because the story doesn't have an ending. It's just like, oh, we're going to continue in the next season. So they're not going to get an ending unless they change the plans now, and the upcoming season is the finale to this game, where it's like, okay, if you want to keep continuing to play this, you can keep playing, but this is the ending that we was going to put like 13 seasons later, okay? Because as of right now, this game, it ends on a cliffhanger, pretty much. It ends on a, oh, there's still so much to do, even though this game will never get the rest of the DLC that it I wouldn't say deserves, but was planned to be. And it just sucks for the fans, all 500 of them, PC to play. This game is going to be dead in a year. There's no way this game is going to be this, Gotham Knights, just back-to-back fumbles from two companies I thought that had a good potential. And hopefully this shows, hopefully they don't get, this company doesn't go over, the studio doesn't go under. Hopefully they look in the mirror and be like, hey, or WB looks in the mirror and be like, okay, we did wrong by trying to force y'all to do a live service model. Do the Superman game that y'all wanted. And I think if they get, you know, the vision back, even though majority of the OG team left, I think they could pull out something. But as of right now, it's not looking good. And it kind of feels like Saints Row all over again, where it's like, bro, it's been dud after dud. And so I don't know if they're looking at the whole game division at this point. It's like, what's the point of even trying? You know what I mean? It's a possibility they can do that. I don't know. But we just got to wait and see. This game is cooked. This game is cooked. And people's reaction online is about the same as what I had, where people was like, of course it didn't perform well. What did you think? You know what I mean? This is a live service game, and people are sick of the live service game model. Also, to the people who were in my comments talking about, oh, what do you mean? 1,000 people is a lot of people. Like, you're just milking it. How about you milk these nuts, all right? The people who was just in my comments just yapping it up, talking about, oh yeah, 1,000 people is a lot. You're just complaining. Like, I don't understand what the problem is. And WB just admitted it. So yeah, so I was right once again. So those are my thoughts. Let me know down below what y'all think. I'll be in the comments, and look out for tomorrow, Sunday. I will be having a special announcement. Something will be dropping Sunday. So around noon-ish Sunday, please check my community tab. I will have a special announcement and link. And have a nice day.